The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Welcome to the All Seeing Guys.
Where am I?
The All Seeing Guys.
I'm a joke.
Great
Chinese,
show.
Chinese, you didn't have a job in the race last again. What the next round, and the lights on, and the lights on, and the lights like a man. Can I help you with thinking about it? There you go.
The All Seeing
Can I help you with thinking about the man? Trying to find the style with the field there. I'm the kind of man, so that's beautiful.
The All Seeing Guys.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Joseph Styling singing a little song now. I couldn't remember the lyrics.
Good
Welcome
evening to
to
episode
80.
Mother
80.
Flippers
Oh. And although
80.
and although technically last episode was our 3 years, we're celebrating in this
We're
episode.
fucking doing it.
We had Windermere business or 10 to then. That's in the past. That's done.
Now we're fucking more drunk and belligerent.
Yeah, now we're sat
We're
there at the
back.
captain's
We've got no
table.
agenda now.
We have no
Fuck it.
agenda. We have nothing prepared. We're
Fuck
just
the
like
rules.
episode 80, 3 years going. Let's just get a little bit intoxicated, sit down and see what the fuck happens.
Just fucking just flip.
Yeah, strap in. This could be the worst episode you've ever heard, or it could be the greatest.
You never know.
You never know. If this is your first episode, what the fuck are you doing? Go somewhere else.
Seriously, where have you been for 79 episodes?
Just go back like 5, 6
You've been doing this
episodes
for
and
3
listen to one
years. Where
there.
the fuck have you been?
But welcome. We're happy you're here, but don't start this one because we have no set agenda
We have
going
no
on.
idea what's going to happen.
We don't know what's fucking going on here. But it has been 3 years
Yeah.
since we recorded.
Hell of an achievement.
Oh, hell of
Well
an
done,
achievement.
sir.
Yes, well done. Well done to you.
I thank you.
Joseph Styling. Joseph Jackson.
Joseph Styling.
Joseph Abraham Jackson.
Greg
Kinda
Theodore
suits you,
Armstrong.
the name
Yes.
Abraham.
Abraham?
I could see you being an Abraham.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I chose it. Well, instead I got
that.
Leonard.
All right, Abe. No, but as a first name.
Abraham
I
Jackson.
can see you as an Abraham. You kind of suit that name. It's weird.
I could
Don't usually say it to people like, "Oh, I couldn't imagine calling you something else," but I could see you being an Abraham.
Abraham's quite a very old name.
Oh, all right, Abe.
Abe. Even that. I mean, it just
Abester.
makes me think of Grandpa Simpson.
Abester on top.
Doesn't even make me think Abraham Lincoln. It's just like,
Or
and that's
Ginger
old.
Abraham from Walking Dead. Did you see fucking, what's it? Well, this is obviously old news now. That fucking, what's his name's leaving?
Yeah.
Rick.
Grimes. Rick Grimes
Rick
is fucking
Grimes.
off, mate.
Yeah.
He is long gone.
Good on him.
What was that season 9 he's going to go?
Yeah, he's in 6 episodes of season 9.
I mean, I think it's for season 8 to have Carl fucking die.
Yeah, and
Spoilers.
I didn't watch it. I just fucking, I watched
Carl,
the
like,
clip on YouTube.
So fucking Carl died.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, oh, you know, the whole fucking thing was in Carl's head and that was his vision
Yeah,
of
yeah.
perfection. It was just like, great. All right, awesome. Let's just fucking deal with that. And
What was in his head?
so like the whole, like, you know, like how the opening episode
Oh,
of
that
season
table they
8
were
was like,
having,
no.
the
It's
milk.
it was the whole thing of Rick waking up and he was all grey and old.
Right, yeah,
And he
that-
was,
yeah.
you know, the daughter was all grown up.
They're
and he
having
walked-
lunch, aren't they, and
he-
stuff?
No,
Yeah.
not that table scene.
Right, okay.
It was the one where it was episode 1 of season 8, and he came out and he walked out of the house he was in, and there was just, you know, crops and houses and a community,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was like, you know, oh, we've done it and we've won, and then later on in the episodes, all of a sudden, like Negan's there for some fucking reason, and then you find out that it's all what you've been watching is the vision that Carl has before he dies,
All right.
and it's just like, oh, so that doesn't happen at all. Great, this is just.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is forever pointless.
Oh, well, fuck it. I don't
It's
really
all right. It's
care.
coming. It will come to an end when Rick goes.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, apparently they're going to make, what's his name? The main lead.
Eh.
What's his name?
It's
It's like the main character all the girls fucking love.
Fucking yeah, because he looks like a heroin
Burns
addict.
victim, yeah.
2 different opinions there.
What's the character's fucking name? Is that the
I
main
don't know.
character?
All I can think is Noah. That's not right.
Told you we were being intoxicated.
Uh,
We're going to fucking kick ourselves when we fucking see it.
Daryl.
Daryl! Yeah, fuck, yeah.
That was we both got it then.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally both got it at the same time. We recorded that.
Yeah.
You witnessed it.
Daryl.
Fucking Daryl.
Oh,
mate.
thinking live our lives at last, thank God.
Welcome
Jesus.
to episode 80.
Yeah, and to keep some sort of structure, we do actually have geese droppings.
I have got an
which, of
abundance
course,
of
is
geese droppings.
snippets of overheard conversation from strangers or ones we've heard have been sent in. Geese dropping.
Drop in.
Right, Joe, you got a few. You can take it. I've got one, so you can take it away.
Just to start off with, we were
Just
in
to
the
start off with.
Just to start off with,
It's like
nice,
a cookery show.
nice and simple. This one, I've written it in capitals, so I'm assuming they were shouting. There's rib on my phone.
Rib.
Yeah,
Wow.
heard that.
They use it to stab someone.
Nah, I think it was probably just someone was having ribs and
Right.
it spilled onto their phone. That's the only assumption I can assume.
Wow. Mine was more exciting.
Well, yeah, no, I mean yours was different. It's not what happened.
It was wrong.
I heard this when we went to the what do you call it? The fucking
don't know.
the food festival in Surbiton.
Right, okay.
We were there briefly, but I managed to hear someone go, "Your pet snail is at home, darling."
Ah,
Very
got a pet
Surbiton.
snail.
Very
Nice.
Surbiton. I
I wonder
felt.
what the pet snail was called.
Probably,
Obviously, the mum didn't really care to learn the name of
I
the
reckon
pet.
Pierre.
She didn't care to learn the name. Hence, it was like the snail
Just
rather,
the
rather
snail.
than Jeffrey's at home.
The
Like it was the pet snail is at home. Your pet snail is at home.
Oh,
What else have you heard, Jackson?
I don't know where the fuck. I think someone gave this one to me because I do not remember hearing this at all. I feel like this would be a standout moment in my life if I heard this. It just says, "It was so bad I wanted to kill my baby."
Wow,
That's intense.
that isn't.
I feel like someone told me that and I had to write it down.
That's intense.
I really like. I even asked them like, what was the context of that, and they were just like, I don't know. That's the only thing I heard.
Wow.
I was just like, where did you hear it? Was it a particular thing that just happened? And just like, no, it looked like they were having a conversation.
Wow.
I hear you've got one.
I have one. I can't remember if I heard this. I got a feeling it actually might have been in Windermere, but it was a woman on the phone,
Yeah.
and I just heard her say over the phone, "Well, that just shows the caliber of bag I would like to buy." That just shows the caliber of bag I'd like to buy.
Well, like carrier bag?
I guess like
bag
purse
for life?
bag,
Like a purse bag?
Like maybe could have been that,
Could have been a purse bag.
but it sounded like they were talking about like a fancy handbag. Like that's the caliber of bag I would like to buy.
Yeah.
I imagine expensive. I imagine a high caliber. That's the only time you use that word. It's, you're going to say I have a low caliber of expectations regarding the bags.
The caliber of bag in this shop is mediocre.
is mediocre to say best.
Yeah.
I need a higher caliber.
The next two I heard from the same group of people.
Right,
but
where
they
were
were
these
like,
group of people?
we were on the train. I was on the train home from work.
A train, right?
And it was, rush hour, so it's a little bit like
Busy.
everyone's sardined in and stuff. But this group of people, there was about 7 of them, but they were spread out.
Right.
So there was some near the doors, there was some who had got seats, but the others were like over here because more people had gone. They were separated, but continued to insist on having a conversation
Of
across
course they
everyone.
did.
Hence why I have Geezedroppings.
Excellent.
But one of the people, they were on the phone, and I overheard them on the phone just say, "You're a mess. Sort yourself out. You stole that joke from me, and I don't appreciate it."
Wow.
Someone doesn't like their material
Wow,
being stolen.
fucking
Ironically, I've stolen what they've said.
Wow, that's they're on it. Do you reckon you saw someone post something he said on Facebook and was
Well-
like, I said that?
Whilst I was writing that down, there was a guy near me, a very flamboyant gentleman. I think he had pink hair.
Of course.
And he started laughing and like turned, and I was just like, that guy could easily see what I was writing at the moment and could just turn. And then I realized, oh shit, he knows the person on the phone. And I was like, oh fuck my life. I thought there was going to be an incident. There wasn't.
there wasn't.
And
You were
then
literally called Geezedropping.
yeah. So this all carried on. They kept having the conversation. Some of the people in the group, there was 2 girls sat down, and one of them was their mum was there, but
Where are you again?
I'm on the train.
Right, of course, sorry.
One of them had their mum with them, but she got off at a train stop.
Rather than just jumping
then
out
after,
between
and then
stations.
after that, the guys were just roasting her as to how hot her mum was.
Wow. yeah.
And so one guy said, "Oi, babe, you ever had a stepfather?" And then the other guy just went, "Yeah, you ever had a black stepfather?" And I thought, at that point, I was unable to contain my laughter.
Yeah, that's
And I
great.
let out a little bit of a, and then wrote that down.
And then wrote it down. And they were like, oh, this kid likes it. Let's keep going.
This is it.
He's entertained. We're making this white guy crack up.
Which says crack up like a cracker.
Crack up like a crack.
Like a cracker. And then finally heard this the
wow.
other night.
Go on
This
then.
is the final one. I've been busy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been
Joe
hearing.
has
Some, I've
had
been,
his ears
I've been
open.
hearing some shit. This was I was in a pub and it was just past closing, so I just left out, and these people were walking past, and I heard one of them. I heard one guy go, "What's the bass line for every heroin addict?"
Wow.
Like he was trying to describe music as if it were a heroin addict. He was like, if you were a heroin addict, but you could only, you could only be perceived by a musical note, what note would that be?
Man, I thought baseline was going to be some term for like
doing heroin.
Yeah, like how much they
Yo,
take
man,
a
he's
day.
baselining again.
Like, how much they need a day. Oh man, he's just his baseline.
He's
He's
baselining
going to
again,
exceed
man.
his baseline of heroin today.
That's it.
We're going to exceed that.
So I've been.
That's where I thought that was going.
I heard some shit, man.
Right,
I'm not gonna lie.
You've been listening.
I've been listening.
Obviously not been making the most of your headphones.
Well, that's funny you say that because that was most of those were from easily about 2 weeks ago, and ever since then I've been constantly on my. I'm not just saying this. I've been well into my headphones.
Oh, fucking hell.
Been looking at some. I've been not Beats the headphone, but like hip hop beats and trying them out on it, and just having that on my iPod, and yeah, really good.
Fucking
They
testing that sound.
they really like. Chris said it to me as well when he had a go on them, and he said it really drowns out everything, but like all you can hear is the music, which is great because I don't mind being hit by a bus.
That's what you want with headphones. Let's say that. That's what you want with some headphones. Jesus, not Jesus, but to have the sound drowned out. You want to get the most.
Speaking of ways to die,
Right. Okay.
did you see the trailer for that fucking film where it's all about a ghost or a fucking demon or something that wanks you to death?
I have heard of this. I remember reading about this when they were making it. Maybe
I believe that. I don't know.
I seen the
I saw. I don't know if it was like a screenshot or anything, but I definitely saw something.
I'm definitely aware of this film. I swear I read something about it being made or heard someone on a podcast mention it.
I hope it's got a good title. You're right there.
Yeah, sorry, my popper on my mic had fallen down.
Pop, pop, pop,
So
pop, pop, pop,
I'm
pop,
rectifying
pop.
the situation. No, I haven't seen the trailer. That sounds ridiculous.
It's mental. I don't know. I don't know how do you defeat it.
Cut your dick off.
What if obviously the hero of the story is a man with impotence,
Oh, of course, yeah.
right? Ha
I can't
You
wank
can't
me off.
defeat me.
I have not had an erection for 14 years. Joke's on you. Actually, I'm kind of into the ghost thing. I'm erect.
Ah!
Now I'm in love with it.
Now I died.
And that's how that ends.
I just want to know what like how does it? What does she steal their soul via their Japai? I don't know.
Is it a woman ghost?
I would appear that way, yeah. I
Right.
would appear that way. I would appear that way.
You are a female ghost. I have thought it many times about you.
Yeah.
I have looked at
I
Joe
have
and
the-
been
I
like,
do
fuck,
have-
it looks like a female
I
ghost.
do have the presence of a female ghost.
You hand out gifts.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Handing out gifts. Presents from female ghost. Here you are. It's a
Yeah.
signed picture of me.
I am
ghost.
intrigued. I'm gonna. I don't know what to type into YouTube. Wank movie? I don't know.
I think that's a good idea.
Hand job demon.
I hope that is the title.
That's if not, we're taking
The
that as a
night
fucking
of-
episode.
The night of the
Think
hand
of the art,
jo-
mate.
of the hand
Think
job
of
demon.
the fucking artwork on that.
The,
Hand job demon.
the legend of the hand job demon.
Yeah, hand job cabin. It's called.
Oh my god, is it really?
Yeah, not even lying. I'm slightly disappointed in the title. I feel like
Cabin didn't seem needed.
no. I feel like
Demon would have been better.
hand job demon just alone sounds great. 'Cause
Yeah.
it sounds like a fucking Devil Driver song or something. Like,
Hand job spectre.
he's the hand job demon.
Hand job geist. Polter job.
Wanker ghost.
Yeah, ghost.
Who knows?
Oh, we're gonna be
I just
silly
feel like we can come up with something better along the way.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think
that's
we
not
can.
a great title.
Yeah, we're getting a bit silly here.
Something,
'Cause
yeah, of course.
we are, I say, celebrating 3 years, 80 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
And
Can you? I know we haven't said it in a long time. Can you believe
I
it?
can not believe it.
I genuinely
So 3
can't.
years ago, we released fucking Cheeky Kebab,
Where we talked about.
where we talked about kebabs and Nando's, fucking and flip flops and fashion.
Yeah.
We talked about loads. I had so many like topics prepped. Time of organisation.
I do think it's been a while. And I think I'm very, very tempted to go back and start listening through from like episode 1.
Wow.
I like it when like when people who we've sort of talked to either on like the Surbiton sites or anything like that, and especially like those who are just or like people that will just sort of say, "Oh, my mate started listening.
Yeah.
They're on." Episode 12. They started listening 2 days ago, and it's just like, holy shit!
Yeah, people
like,
do it. People do fly through them.
That's really fucking cool, man.
Pretty
like,
quick
that's
as well.
like if people are into it that
I mean,
much.
Tom from the Anywhere But Here podcast went through all of them.
Yeah,
That's insane. Like,
I think
in like 5-6 weeks. Like,
I think
it's
like
insane.
for people to like fucking like not just jump in at like episode whatever like and just fucking go from there and like genuinely just like, all right, they're doing this every 2 weeks. I can easily catch up in this amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and it's just, but the fact that
And that's why
people,
they're usually longer.
yeah, and the fact that people just are like genuinely going out of their way to like go back and start from the beginning and sort of like and not give up like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like, I appreciate it. Thank you
Why
very
would
much.
you? It's Nick Cage episode number 4. Why did anyone give up on that?
Why would you give up after Nick Cage?
Why did you give up after Nick Cage?
He's been busy, has he?
Has he? I don't know. Has he? You sound like
I don't know. No, I think I'm getting him.
Is that just how you?
No, you know what it is? I'm getting him and Danny Dyer mixed up because
Is Danny Dyer? Has he been busy?
Danny Dyer's daughter is going on to Love Island.
Oh no, I did hear about this. That's insane.
She's going to be wanking off blokes from Essex for
she's
2
gonna
months.
be a fucking hand job demon.
She's going to be a hand job demon when she gets back, mate. Yeah.
Hand job demon Dyer.
I learned some things, Dad.
She was in something else, wasn't she, as well? She was in another show.
It
It might have been that extreme fucking wherever it was. That fucking not Love Island. There was another one.
on Danny Dyer.
Yeah, no.
And this is my daughter.
But she was on that.
She's called Danny.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it? That is insane, isn't it? That's so funny.
Oh, mate.
It's
I
funny.
bet he thought that was hilarious at the
I
time.
heard the wife's called Danielle or something.
Nah, I think she's called like Joe.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Can't do anything with that.
That'd have been fantastic if that had been a Danny and phone
Danny,
as well.
Danny,
Wow,
and Danielle.
no, that's ridiculous. I don't want. I can't.
And
watch those
Daniel,
fucking
their son.
shows. I can't watch the show, so I just see clips probably pop up on TV or in magazines or newspapers.
I can honestly say that I've never watched an episode of Love Island because it is just I you know what, I couldn't believe there was no part of me that was. I'm probably lying because I'll probably end up chatting to Lucy. I probably ended up talking to Lucy about it. I think I knew about the guy that was in Blazing Squad. There was a geezer from Blazing Squad on there, and
Carry on. It's really hot, so I'm taking my headphones
no,
off.
that's fair enough. No, that concerned me. I was just like, "You all right?"
I was really hot, so I took my headphones off. Fuck it, sounds all right. I hope. Sorry, listeners, if it doesn't.
in my head, it sounds great.
Excellent.
Yeah, but no, I just remember seeing everyone being so batshit crazy about it. Just like Love Island tonight. It's just like
All
really?
over Facebook, all over Google. Like it would be adverts all the time.
I think it's the Big Brother that everyone wanted.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's been a bit of a change, actually. You might be like, what the fuck was that music playing just then? We went to sleep.
We couldn't podcast.
We stopped after the conversation you just heard for the first 15 minutes. I actually stopped recording and was like, I'm too fucked, Joe. I'm too fucked. I don't have it in me.
It finally happened.
I'm too fucked. So we actually stopped recording,
We found our limit.
went to bed, and now we've woken up and everything's just as it was, and we've just sat down and hit record again.
It is currently 10 to 9 in the morning.
Yeah, so we were just like, yeah, we'll get fucked up and be like, yeah, 3-year episode. And then I just got too fucked up too quick.
I mean, it's safe to say that, I mean, the difference between now and 3 years ago are very, very different.
Even when we did like the 2 years, we were really drunk for that. And the 1
know.
year, we were really drunk. But
Things have changed, man.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck, I'm really tired. And I ate way too much pizza. I felt very heavy. I was struggling.
Yeah.
I was really struggling to get through it. And then I literally, as soon as I stopped recording, I laid down and went to sleep instantly.
Yeah.
And slept right through till now. And I feel...
I had a glorious sleep.
Yeah, I had a good sleep, actually.
I was like, because you, like last night, you were just like, oh, it's really early for you. And I was just like, nah, man, it's nearly midnight. This is fine. Like,
Oh, God, yeah. I was living in a different time because I kept thinking it was 10:30. I didn't realise it was 11:30. I couldn't really see my phone. My vision was impaired. Like, I couldn't really see what was happening.
But we're back. Even
back.
though we haven't really gone anywhere.
We're back. We're awake. I don't really know what we were talking about
some,
for the first beginning of this episode.
Got some orange juice.
We have got some orange juice, man. We are
delightful.
definitely now showing our age, aren't
Orange
we?
juice with ice.
It's a
brilliant.
It's a game changer. It's such a big difference. Like we sat here last night with rum. Now we're sat here with orange juice. I've had a coffee. I feel
A nice
bit
bowl
more-
of kale in front of
I
us.
feel a bit. Please, sir, help yourself to some kale. I'd love that, man. Just like
ambassador with this kale. You are really
I like the
spoiling us.
idea of having like a party, but not like a fucking full-on mental house party, but like a gathering.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, but blah blah blah's coming, and they're quite hipstery. And
Yeah.
then we have like a plate of party rings. Well, I guess a bowl of kale to go next to the party rings, in between the bowl of what's-its.
Like, it's so retro.
I remember being at a christening for Lizzie's friend's little girl.
Yeah.
And the parents were good friends of Lizzie's. I hadn't actually seen in years, and I actually really liked them. Simon and Lisa, they're really, really funny. And I hadn't seen Simon in ages. And when I'd go out with Lizzie's friends, Simon would be the one that I kind of like, not latched onto, but we both had similar humour.
Yeah.
And we would just be like exhausting for other people. Anyway, I hadn't seen him for ages, and we're at his christening, and it was in a pub in Worcester Park. I think it's called the Alston Wells now. and there was like a buffet there. And I hadn't seen Simon for a while, and he was just stood by the buffet table. And I kind of went over to him and was like, "Are you all right, man? How you doing?" He was just like, "Yes, I'm just." I think so much was going on, like, and his wife was buzzing around, and like the mums are running around. Like he was just like, "I'm just surveying the crisps." And I was like, "Right, cool. Well, what we got?" He's like, "Right, we've got these, we got those." I was like, "It's some great surveying. Like you're doing a great job here surveying
really
these
surveyed
crisps."
this.
I don't know why it's popped in my head talking about having a mini buffet, just like stood there being like the guy in charge of the buffet, like just going around and just talking everyone through the options. Well, these are party rings priced at $1.49 from the spa down the road.
He's got spa.
That's the spa, the newsagents, not the spa.
Not a health spa.
And I told that story when we came back from Lake District. I was telling Lizzie and her mum the story about how we were in there and it was really hot.
Yeah.
And you had like the ice on the back of your head that you were waiting to
Oh,
buy.
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the woman in front turned around with 2 carrots on her forehead.
She literally had 2 carrots on her forehead.
And I think Lizzie and mum were like, "What, was this like an actual spa?" I'm like, no, like a
no.
newsagent spa. I can imagine that being a trendy spa, though.
I can
where we
imagine
rub
someone putting carrots on their
Yeah,
forehead.
come for the
being
carrot
like,
treatment.
Yeah.
We sellotape 2 cold carrots to your forehead. Stick an apple up your bum. Like
a cold one.
extreme arse play, apple. Right, it sounds like even after getting sleep, we still just talk a bit
the
of rubbish.
extreme anal fisting guy turned up in my dream last night.
That's
briefly.
weird. That's weird.
It was just a passing moment.
This is a throwback to the episode we previously did when me and Joe talked about a documentary we saw which had extreme arse play in it.
Yeah. I mean, I blame our conversation last night before bedtime.
What the hell do we talk about?
We talked about anal fisting in the
Did we?
podcast.
Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah.
And then it was in my mind, fresh as a daisy.
I was like, did we talk about that? Actually, this would be, again, breaking time barriers. This will be months old news by now. But in our timeline, it's fairly new. Did you see the whole Thames Valley or Thames Link trains and Poundland tweeting?
No, I remember you saying something to me, but I didn't actually see it.
So it's pretty good. I like it when things like this happen on Twitter.
Yeah.
So basically, a Thames Link had cancelled loads of trains, like loads of trains for really stupid reasons.
Yeah.
And it obviously the commuters were very angry.
Of course.
And a customer called Kevin tweeted Thames Link basically having a go for their service, being like, "This is ridiculous." The tweet itself I haven't been able to find. I've only got Thames Link's reply to his tweet.
Right.
And Thames Link replied to him with, "Very sorry, Kevin. Appreciate at the moment the service is less Ferrero Rocher and more Poundland cooking chocolate. We are working out our best to help stabilise the service. Nil." And that's like, okay, that's their reply.
That's a weird. That's not weird, but it's a different reply.
So that followed with Poundland replying
Yeah.
with, and they actually made, like, rather than they had more to say, so they didn't put it in the tweet. They wrote like an actual like image with. They actually made like a statement and
Jesus.
released that.
Christ.
And they put, "Dear Mr. Horton, we couldn't help notice that your Twitter team described your failure to provide adequate service as Poundland cooking chocolate. Aside from the breach of our trademark, we think you're taking the chocolate biscuit. In the past week, on the introduction of new timetables, your rail company has 1. Cancelled hundreds of services, 2. Blamed a dog on your line for delays, 3. Secretly cancelled services rather than have to announce they've been cancelled. Frankly, you have no right to use our name to describe poor service. We served 8 million shoppers last week and didn't have to close any store due to leaks on the roof, the wrong kind of rain, or a shortage of managers. In fact, our Walshpool store flooded, and our store colleagues stood at the entrance to help customers with their shopping, so we stayed open. We think we have a pretty good idea about what great customer service is compared to most rail companies, but if we ever fall short, perhaps we'll describe ourselves as a bit of Thames Link. If you don't want to hear from our extremely twitchy legal team, we suggest you remove your tweet. #Proudland."
Damn. Poundland went in.
Shots fucking fired.
Shots are fucking fired.
Thames Link removed the
They
tweet.
clapped right back.
Yeah. Thames Link removed the tweet, but by that point, it had already
too
been
late.
captured, screenshot. Nothing stays.
Yeah. I think
Out
one
in
of
the
my
air for
I think one of my favourite interactions was there was one between like Tesco's and someone else. I think it was like Tesco's and Pizza Express or something like.
Iceland kept doing it during the last World Cup,
we
didn't
spoke
they?
about that, yeah.
Which is crazy because there's another World Cup coming soon.
Or there was you know what? There was that other one.
It
What
wasn't
was
World Cup, it was the Euros or something like that.
There was that one that last year there was a kid who had working experience.
Yes,
and they just gave him their Twitter to look after.
Yeah.
And it was, and bless him, like he really, really fucking tried to make it about, like, I think it was again like a train company.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Like Southwest Trains or whatever. And bless him, he really tried to keep it on point, but everyone was just asking him about how his GCSEs were going and shit like. And they were just like, "Yeah, no, very well, thank you. But if you'd like to keep this on topic, I'd be much appreciated." And then the people just come in and just like, "Do you believe in God?"
I like the idea of like just giving a kid your Twitter feed for a bit. Like,
Absolutely.
like, do I know any kids I can give all seeing guys Twitter feed to?
I think Kingston Police tried it as well.
They tried it. It didn't seem to catch on as well.
No.
Like, everyone tried it after then.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, and again, this is now an old story, but I suppose this whole Roseanne Barr thing needs mentioning.
Oh, fuck. What's happened there?
Like, that got a bit extreme.
That
like,
got quick as well.
Like, I mean, there might be a few more updates on this by the time this now comes out.
So the great thing is that I didn't actually realise how, like, legit the reboot of Roseanne was going to be.
So I listened to a lot of obviously geeky podcasts. I'd been hearing about this for a while. And to be fair, we've mentioned Roseanne a lot in previous episodes.
Yeah, I remember us talking about, like, the change in the daughters that constantly change.
Yeah.
And
who
like,
were both in it.
Yeah, and then the big argument after Dan's heart attack. Like,
so I never saw any, so I don't know how they got round Dan not being dead.
No, he wasn't. He didn't die though, did he?
Well, they kind of did. Like, that was a big thing. How they're going to bring him back or mention the heart. I don't know how. Like, anyway, they started.
It was all a dream.
They did the first series. It got a really good response.
Yeah.
And I don't know the full story, or I do, but she tweeted talking about someone who I don't really know who it is, I think some politician, and basically said that she looked like a monkey from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, this politician was a black person.
She has since claimed she didn't actually know she was black, and that she was saying it more because of the hairstyle.
I read one of the excuses was that she took some Ambien.
Ambien, the seepin tablet, yeah.
And that she was Ambien tweeting. I then saw Ambien release the advert saying,
great response by
amazing.
Ambien.
Just like, note, Ambien does not cause racism.
Like,
it's
the side effects of Ambien is not racism. And she's done tweets before that have got her in trouble, but they've all kind of gone under the radar. This one was a bigger deal because, you know, she was obviously in the public eye more at the moment. And ABC, the network, cancelled Roseanne instantly.
Yeah, without fucking question.
She's since then had a few Twitter hours with like other cast members.
Because I think it was like she said it once, apologised.
Yeah.
Then I think they cancelled her show and she just fucking went and said it all again.
So
and then had to apologise a second time.
Yeah. So she put up a tweet basically just being like, I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry to everybody I hurt. I am going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast Friday. And then I listened to Kevin Smith's Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
And Kevin says to him, "Have you talked about the Roseanne Barr stuff yet?" And Joe Rogan's like, "No, but she's actually I spoke to her on the phone. She's, you know, we're not really close, but we know each other."
Yeah.
And she claimed that she, you know, it was more a day weekend. She was drunk. She had taken Ambien. And they talk about the side effects of Ambien, actually not causing racism, but he says some crazy shit's happen with people that have taken Ambien. Not all the time. Some people do have weird reactions to it. Anyway, Joe Rogan put up this on his Instagram yesterday, just saying, the Roseanne podcast is not happening today. She's not doing well and doesn't want to travel, and she's gone radio silent on me. So I'm just going to step away. The whole thing has been pretty brutal on her, and I hope she can find some peace. So she's not coming on. Her choice.
Deny, ignore.
Wow.
I mean, that's how I deal with things. So, I mean, I don't
Deny
know.
and ignore. It's crazy. What a crazy world we live in where, like, Roseanne's tweet got her show cancelled.
Like, instantly as well.
I mean,
no going back.
And ABC were praised for their quick decision-making. I'm fairly sure there'll be more of the story that's come to light since then.
Yeah.
God, she might have even fucking topped herself by now. Like,
Who knows?
Like, something's going to give in that respect.
I mean, it's so fucking weird, isn't it? Like, I mean, she fucked up royal.
Yeah.
Like,
She did. Yeah.
I think if she'd have said all this shit like before, I'm not saying that she should have said any of it.
No.
But like in the sense of like if this fucking like reboot or this reunion of her show, if that hadn't happened and she'd said all this shit, I don't think it would have got as.
That's
much
what I mean.
coverage.
She has said stuff like this before in the past. It's kind of gone under the radar.
Yeah.
But I remember when they first announced it, my brother just being like, "Well, she's really racist on Twitter." So, like,
Speaking of things that have happened this week, again, this will be dated by the time it comes out. Donald Trump had a meeting with Kim Kardashian.
why?
Apparently, I read this because I didn't understand why. Apparently, she wanted to talk about prison reform, but without any context of that. And I was just like, I don't understand why Kim Kardashian gives a fuck about prison reform, or in fact anything that isn't
Why
makeup.
she even has
like,
a say?
Yeah. She's just, when I think about the Kardashians, I think about that one line in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place,
yeah.
which is, Liz, are you going to do anything, or are you just going to sit there daydreaming about lipstick? That's the Kardashians for me. They just sit around daydreaming about makeup.
Because they were also more photos of them because it was Kanye West's album listening party.
Yeah.
And it looked like, I saw pictures of where it was like in a big field, there were horses, there were speakers out in the field, there was like bonfires set up. I was like, man, I'd like that as a listening party.
He's been recording it in Wyoming.
Right.
I don't know what state that is, or if that is the state. I don't know. So he had a party there. To me, it looked like just a load of like road safety workers just getting really hype because everyone was in like fluorescent jackets.
Oh,
and
right, I
shit.
didn't see that.
I saw one clip. But this, I found it. Yeah. So the reason that Kim Kardashian met with Donald Trump is that she's someone, a lady in America. And not elderly black lady, but like
Right.
a black lady has gone to prison for a non-violent drug offense.
Okay.
And it's a life sentence.
Wow.
And apparently Kim Kardashian wants to meet with the president to change the way that we look at prison reform because they don't think that this woman deserves a life sentence for what her drug offense is. The best thing I saw was a title that just says reality TV star meets Kim Kardashian to talk about prison reform. And I was just like, yes! It's so fucking weird. Like, it's I don't know. It's like we're living in a fucking
Where reality TV
parody
stars
movie.
are be turning into decision makers.
Yeah. Like,
which is
what
a scary
the
thought.
fuck?
Which is a scary thought.
This world is
Just
fucking
stick to
mental.
your morning chat shows and fucking your makeup shows.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so odd. We're going to have like the Nolan sisters running for Parliament next. I don't understand. What is going on, man?
Nolan sisters.
What is going on?
That was a weird pull. Why did you go for the Nolan sisters?
Don't know, in all honesty.
Is that the one that's on Loose Women?
Yeah.
Right.
And it was
okay.
like, I'm in the mood.
Yeah,
for dancing.
yeah.
I always associate the Nolans with the Slater family and EastEnders.
that would be a good comedy sketch of like a
The
Stella
Nolans
Street
versus the
a
Slaters.
Stella Street style comedy show just with new celebrities living on a road. You could make the Nolan sisters like
that.
the Slater sisters.
I like that idea.
That'd be pretty fucking good. Right, got massively far. I didn't even know where we were going with that conversation.
Just
That's
talking
what
about-
happens
just
when we talk
talking
about
about-
news.
Just talking about whatever, innit?
That's what happens when you talk
We
about
haven't just
whatever.
talked about stuff that's happened in a long
It's
time.
true, and I
so-
haven't really been keeping track of all the stuff that's happened. I feel there has been stuff that's happened that I've wanted to discuss. But then I've just kind of like lost my way through the booze last night.
Easily done, Greg.
Sidetracked. Now,
What do we
I'm
have?
sure we mentioned this many times at the beginning of the episode that I don't remember what we talked about. Where I kept saying, "Oh, it's our 3 years of podcasting." Rah, 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 rah. Today actually is now we've gone to sleep. The actual 3 years since we put out our first episode.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Well, we sat down at your folks' house and recorded like 6 episodes over the couple of days.
And we only had one bottle of rum.
Yeah, we only did.
How? How did that happen?
Did we? Did we not get a second bottle?
I can't remember getting a second bottle.
Wow. I do remember going to the shop and getting more beers though, and it was really fucking
We didn't
sunny.
even have red cups.
No, we didn't have red cups then. That was a different time. Red
Mm-hmm.
cups we need to make our own. I actually looked at for your birthday getting red cups printed.
No way.
I found some that did it, which was a bit too expensive.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
But I reckon at some point that would be awesome to do. If for any reason we had some sort of event, we'd have to get all seeing guys red cups made, printed up. Like
Yeah,
not
fucking
like
right.
these nice ones I bought you from Las Vegas.
No, like the
like actual,
disposable ones.
Actual
the
disposable
ones that you're not
ones.
too concerned about seeing.
I'm glad that now the
floor.
Vegas has completely come off these cups now, hasn't it?
I remember telling you like when that had happened because I felt kind of bad. I was just
That's
like,
all right.
But then no, that was it. I was just like, oh, Greg, the Las Vegas bit's starting to come off, and you were just like, good.
Good. Yeah. Now it's just a red cup.
No, it's just a red cup.
Now it's just a red cup, which I'm sure you can get anywhere. But I was like, I've got to bring a red cup back from
I love
Vegas
it.
for Joe.
It's just the perfect size of
And it's wide.
container.
And it's wide, which
It's
is
wide. You could fit a pint in there, but it's not a pint glass.
Yeah.
Or you could just fit a big old fucking rum and coke in there, and that's you set for a good 45
Yeah,
minutes.
and in this instance, a nice bit of juice and ice.
A nice bit of juice and ice.
Well, yeah, we fucking ploughed through 6 episodes then. And since then, we've done up to 80 episodes.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Hell of a lot.
It feels crazy that over 3 years, 80 doesn't seem high enough a number.
Over 3 years, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
That doesn't feel like
a high
lot.
number. But then we've racked up over 100 hours of conversation,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Well over. Yeah.
Like over 100. Well, last time I checked, it was like 101 or something. I remember messaging you to say, and we've done a few more episodes since then.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling. That's
crazy.
That's
yeah.
like days.
And it's not like, I mean, although I'm sure we've repeated ourselves at times and stuff like
Always.
that, but like it's just constant.
Constant. Yeah. If you press play on the first episode and line them all up on SoundCloud, like I think I've got a playlist of all the episodes in there. It would take you, not that you would do this, but days
Yeah.
to get through it. Like,
It'd be like 4 days. or
yeah,
something,
like
wouldn't it?
absolute days back to back.
Madness.
Imagine locking someone in a room and just making them listen
Don't
to it.
don't do that for any kind of reason.
No.
Don't make that like a charity thing that you're going to do. Just
No.
don't spend 5 days listening to us talk shit.
Because you will hate us by the end of it, and you'll
Yeah.
be like, "Man, they do repeat themselves quite a lot."
They're
But
gonna
over
hate us,
time,
but you know what?
It's
I won't
going
care.
to happen. We are going to like old folks repeat ourselves because I can't remember everything we said.
Nah.
It's really surreal when somebody will message us on the Facebook page, or I see them out and about. Oh, and you said this, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking
I was
about.
like, did I say that?
Yeah, what the hell was that message Lucy sent you the other day?
It was when you were talking about the guy who did the art piece for the. He was locked in a room with a coyote.
I don't even remember talking about that.
Do you not?
No, what episode
I
was
remember
that?
you doing it, but I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
remember talking
I don't
about
know
a guy
anymore,
locked
Greg.
in a room
I'm
with a-
assuming it was the one before Windermere.
I don't even remember discussing that. Guy locked
Would have been
in a-
tuna bollocks.
A guy locked in a room with a coyote for an art piece. Like, it doesn't even ring a bell at
What
all.
were you doing? What were you doing?
I don't think it's going to ring any bells with me. Like, I can't remember everything we've talked about, which is fine.
I think you were trying to explain something.
Right, well, that makes sense.
I can't remember what.
Classic Greg.
I
Trying
just-
to explain
I'm
something.
I'm not gonna do what we did last night, which is spend 10 minutes trying to remember
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah,
Turning your badge in a microphone, son.
it's going to annoy me, but like, yeah. 'cause-
I won't remember. If I don't remember from that, you telling me exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember when you tell me what episode it is.
There's a memory there because I think it was all like a build up to something. Like it was part of an explanation of something.
Right.
Oh, it
Ooh.
was the explanation of. It was. Do you know what I said about the twist, the conspiracy theory that Lucy sent me about Kanye West?
Right.
And part of the explanation was the guy doing this art piece where he was locked in a room with a coyote.
Right, okay, I still don't remember. I remember that discussion,
And the
but I don't remember the
response
coyote.
was just like, did he fuck it? That was you, just like, did he fuck the coyote?
Wow, that
And
sounds
I
like
think
something.
that was-
It definitely sounds like something I would say.
It's, yeah, but that I think was the
Come on,
was
Lucy,
it.
you've heard enough episodes. Surely you can expect me to respond in that way to a man locked in a room with a coyote. It's usually my first train of thought. If anyone's locked in a room with anything,
Madness.
I assume if you
Did
get
you
locked
fuck
in,
it?
I assume if you get locked in a room,
If the
that's
door,
what happens.
if the door is closed and locked, and
I
you're
mean,
in
I
a
hope.
room with something.
If you get trapped in a lift with me, I I'm sorry. I think
So
that's,
if you were sort of walking, you were walked down a hallway and you were just like, where am I going? And the person that's leading you there is not answering your questions, and he stands at a door just like, just enter there, please. And you walk into a room and the lights are off and you hear the door shut and lock behind you and the lights come on and your eyes are all like, fuck. And then you finally focus and you're fine with the light and you look and there's just a small bedside table with a watermelon on it. You gonna fuck that?
I'd consider it.
I'd absolutely consider fucking a watermelon.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the temperature.
No, I mean, it'll be room temperature because obviously you're going to
I don't know how easy it'd
the
be.
hole,
I mean,
hole is not yet been
my
created.
penis isn't a drill. Like,
No, well, this is you'd want it a little bit soft so that you can make. I mean, they don't know the circumference and radius of your penis. You're the one that's going to have to make the hole.
imagine you went in there and you did it, and you're like, "Did I pass the test?" And they were like, "God, no,
Uh,
no,
Just like, no.
This is a taste testing sensor.
This is an art exhibition.
You were being watched by 100 people through that glass window.
You weren't supposed to do that.
You weren't supposed to. It's why we turned the lights off. But you just kept going. No, you won't be getting paid
You
for your
went
help.
down on it.
Yeah, for a good time.
Well played, sir.
Like too long a time. In fact, you've eaten half the melon. That wasn't real. It was plastic. It's an art exhibition.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll be on my way then.
Good day.
The video goes viral.
said good day.
Instantly. Guy mistakes watermelon for sex toy. That seems like a headline I could see happening.
Yeah.
So not too long ago, I listened back to our 2-year episode when I was out on a run, and I put on our 2-year episode for some random reason, and that episode was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And it is, and we go back over previous stories. And I actually think it is one of my favourite episodes.
Oh, really?
It's hard when I try and pick favourite episodes out of like the last 3 years.
Do you think it's like the nostalgia?
Yeah, I think so. And it's and we talk about Moses and stuff, and it's just a funny. We're in a good buzz, and we're constantly fucking hitting this fucking jokes all the way through.
Yeah.
But when I try and think of previous episodes that have really stuck out to me, I think it's definitely that one, the shotgun story, when the woman got fucked with a shotgun. Anywhere But Here podcast talked about that.
Oh, really?
Recently on their show. They did say that we talked about it. They went in a bit more deeper on it with us. They did a proper discussion on it because I think there'd been an update on the story maybe. Like the guy had been sentenced or what have you.
Finally.
But obviously we when we talk about such stories, we go a bit all-seeing guys on it.
I remember telling that story to someone recently.
Me? Oh, right.
And they were just like, so what is it? I was just like, I don't know. Someone found a shotgun in
Wetherspoon's toilet.
Wetherspoons in Leeds. And they were just like, when these things happen, it usually ended up being Leeds is the place where it fucking happened.
Or Wetherspoons.
Or a Wetherspoons, yeah.
You can't.
We got the double whammy. It was a Wetherspoon in Leeds.
That was like fucking British bingo. Leeds, shotgun, Wetherspoons.
Bingo.
Yeah.
My vagina.
Fire in the fucking sky. I'm just kind of backtrack to kind of like episodes that really stood out for me. That one, having like my godson Reese on recently.
Reese.
Rewind.
No, you know what? The third Reese then was me going to say recently.
Reese recently.
In episodes that we've done this year.
That's a good name. Reese recently.
Reese recently is actually write that one down.
Yeah.
Or record it. Whatever.
Reese recently.
The episode with your godson Reese and the episode with Reese from the Fighting Cocks. Reese Welshman, if you will, or Welchman.
Welchman. He's not Welsh.
He's not Welsh. Those have been two of my favourite ones.
And they've actually been two of our highest downloaded episodes of like, the newer batches.
Must be something.
Which is weird.
Maybe it's the name.
Godson's Reese is still slightly ahead. American Reese's website's catching up, but they are just quite far a bit ahead of standard episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Maybe it is something about the name Reese. Maybe we just put the name Reese in all of our titles.
Clickbait.
We only have Reese's as guests.
Reese's Pieces.
Is your name Reese?
Come on creator our podcast. Of Reese's Pieces.
If your name is Reese, come on our podcast and we'll talk to you.
If there's any other Reeses out there, we will happily have them on. It's the only person allowed now. That's it. That's the only guests we're allowed
Imagine that as a podcast idea. You just name it like the Dave podcast and you only have people on called Dave.
Yeah.
And
it could be famous Daves. It could just be regular Daves.
And you just meet the Daves from around the world.
Hopefully we'll have a Dave on when he returns from Australia.
Ah, yes, Dave Groom.
Big G,
who I've not seen in a long time.
I haven't seen him in years.
He's been over there like 4 years in Australia, hasn't he?
Yeah, he came back a little while ago, but I don't think I had the chance to see him.
No, we were meant to see him briefly, but then he had to cancel because he forgot he had dinner or something. Yeah. Some lame excuse not to see us. Saying, fuck this guy, get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, that'd be good if Groomy can come on. That'd be nice.
So I also need to do, because obviously I did like a clips best of show, didn't I, for like the first like 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be good to do another one now because there's been like 30 since then.
I think we wait till 100. I mean, that's probably like a year and a half away.
That's a long way away.
That is like a good year and a half away.
And then that's when we had Harry Bone on.
The Bone Man.
I miss Harry Bone.
I miss Harry Bone.
I still hear from him here and then on Facebook. We're not seeing him for a while.
Yeah.
Harry, if you're listening, get in touch. Come down. Visit us. You haven't had a visit to the Cox in a while.
It's true. Come and visit our cocks.
Come visit our cocks, or maybe come join us on a nice Sunday lunch when we go out with Indiana.
We're not as like immature as we used to be, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well,
No, like in mind we are, but in actions we're slightly more. But
yeah.
like,
Sometimes it's easier for me to get out and be like, oh, let's go for lunch with bring Indiana. And
that's your thing, though, isn't it? Just like it's now it's a lunch thing. And then they're just like I'm out.
it's just
I'm gone.
just get out the house, take Indiana out. It's great at halftime. She'll just sleep in the pram anyway.
Yeah.
Or Ed has her. Ed, just hold her while I sit here and drink 6 beers.
No problem.
I'll be honest. It's weird. It's a different type of like, whenever we do go out for lunch or dinner, I can have a few beers and be okay.
I think I said this whilst we were in Windermere to Ed, because he was saying to me about like, he's like, I love taking like pictures with Indiana and stuff like that, and I was just like, I feel incredibly nervous holding any child, which is why I don't often like ask to like hold it, because I'm just like, I can't fucking deal with this. Like, this is too much of a responsibility in my hands. And
Especially she's very wiggly now.
yeah, exactly.
And
But it's like it was the same with like my niece and nephew. Like I didn't like hold them an awful lot when they were like babies and stuff, you know. And now it's just like it just feels really peculiar.
When we got back from Windermere, Ed said to me, I got over my fear of driving and my fear of babies.
I never knew he had a fear of babies.
Yeah, but he was the same. He was scared to hold her.
Yeah.
He was nervous to hold her. He was more nervous she would cry.
Yeah. I liked like I remember like when she was first born, like 5 days after
she'd
she'd
be
been
like
born,
asleep.
and like we held her then and stuff, and that was amazing. But I don't know,
now she would just jump up and down in your lap.
yeah. I think it's because I don't say this to cause offense. Like I see it similar to like picking up a cat. Like, because cat's just like, you're picking me up wrong. Fuck this. Like,
Well, I mean, it's weird. It is now. It's another stage in our lives of growing together. Is that now there is the holding babies in there?
yeah, man.
Like, I mean, we recently on Facebook saw we'd had our Facebook 10 years.
We've been friends on. Yeah.
I tell you, it's crazy. I hadn't thought about being on Facebook for 10 years. I had the same, like, no, I must have been around the time I joined because I had the same thing with Rob as well.
Yeah.
Shortly afterwards, you've been friends with Rob for 10 years on Facebook, and his sister. You've been friends with Kate for 10 years on Facebook. It must have been around the time I joined Facebook.
Yeah. It must have been. I think I'm trying to think if there was any friendships that I had that were longer than on Facebook, because there was a whole kind of sort of crossover from MySpace to Facebook.
And I was a little bit late joining Facebook.
Yeah, I was as well. I was just like, I'm not having 2 social media platforms. That's ridiculous. Got my MySpace, I'm fine.
And I had a MySpace, but I never really used it.
I was quite the MySpace
I only
kid.
made a MySpace because the girlfriend I was seeing at the time lost her phone, and it's the only way I could like chat to her.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I had a MySpace. It literally had nothing on it.
I think, despite how much I use MySpace, I still think I might have been slightly a little bit too old for it.
Right, okay.
I was like 20.
No.
Everyone else was like younger than that, and I was just like, this could go wrong for me.
I feel like a snail who needs to change his social media shell now.
But then it was just like, then you sort of realise just like, I don't know any of these fucking people. And then it was just like, you go to Facebook and it's like, oh, here's all the people that I actually know.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's hiding here.
All right, sweet.
I mean, that's not so much the case now, because I mean, we looked at it when Ed was on the last of the show, and I was like, man, I've got like whatever 100 friends, and I don't know that many people at all.
I still don't know how I've got like 430 people on my Facebook. I don't know. I don't know.
Everyone else seems probably, to your kids now, that probably sounds low.
I don't know 430 people. No. It boggles my fucking mind that there's people out there with like 1,200.
Yeah, I know.
I don't.
Yeah,
it's just like you don't know that many people. No one knows that many people.
You're not
That's
that awesome.
Bollocks. You can't sit there and tell me the complete backstory of every single one
You're
of these
not that
people.
awesome. But yeah, as I was saying, using that the 10 years of Facebook is that throughout 10 years of being friends is now our life's taken a turn where now there are babies involved and there are drives to the Lake District.
Yeah, man.
It's
not like, I think our time of being in the pub, like, 3 nights of the week are long behind us. I don't want to fucking do that anymore.
No, I can't afford it.
I can't afford it, and I'm just fucking tired of it.
Now, whenever I get down to the pub, it is more of a treat. Like when Earth Tide
Absolutely.
played, it was awesome me and Izzy being able to just go down there and have an awesome fucking night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say I pop in for a beer here and there, and it's nice when I do. But yeah, it's very hard. I physically can't do it now with Indiana home. Just finish work and go sit in the pub.
no fucking time
But
to.
I think I do catch up with Ed here and there in Surbiton. on the way
I'll
home.
come for a beer of those.
It's easy.
like-
It's easy things. I can just be like, Ed, you're in Serbian. Let's stop for a beer. I'm on my way home.
Yeah.
Have a couple, and I'm on the bus and back home by 7 for dinner. Whereas at the Cox, that usually you go there.
You got to cement
That's
yourself
event
in.
drinking.
Yeah, that is an event.
Yeah. That's some event drinking. I'm sure there might be another Sunday or something we sort out. But
I think as well, man. Like again, like I spoke to someone recently about this, and just in the general, like,
who did you speak to, Joe? I've been your friend for 10 years on Facebook.
I can't even remember.
I didn't see you talk to this person.
No, you weren't there. But but it was just sort of like saying the whole, like, the last couple of years have been a fucking hard work, and it was just like it was just kind of sort of getting a new job and getting a new flat and everything, and it was all just like sorting everything out.
Yeah,
and I don't know, man. Like, we're not in Neverland
that's
anymore.
Something to kind of say, I guess, is that because we are 3 years in and we have hit an episode every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
our lives have changed so much over those 3 years.
Yeah,
like we've all had things happen to us and things have changed, and like we still hit every 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
No despite
the fucking
we
ups
still
and downs.
hit every 2 weeks, and we didn't always discuss what was going on.
Yeah,
but I think if you were to listen to us from beginning to now, I wonder how much you would notice a change in us. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still ourselves, and this is probably the most like serious episode we've ever fucking done for some reason. Even though I was like, this episode is meant to be get pissed and reminisce. Like, but
now it's like 9 in the morning.
Now,
we're just
now it's 9 in the morning. We're drinking orange juice, and we're just like, man, our lives have changed so much through the course of this podcast.
Yeah,
and it absolutely has. We've had so many different places we've called the podcast home.
Yeah. We've been in
from your parents' house,
from your parents to your parents' house.
We've did a few episodes of my parents' house to fucking the flat. Well, no, we never recorded the podcast in the flat I had in Serbian because we didn't start till after I moved out.
No, we recorded Dice Rollers there. And then the general idea, I think, because I remembered so many times us doing like Dice Roller recording sessions, and then we would end up talking about something, and it really would just be like, "This is a podcast.
This is the podcast."
I could do this all day.
And then we did like your last flat was the one for the while.
That was living room 2.0.
And now your flat here, where obviously we have more freedom because you live on your own, so we can just
like whenever.
Yeah,
it's not like a scenario of just like so and so's here. Like man,
that's why last night was the first time we just hit stop and went to bed because we
didn't
leave everything set up.
There was no. We didn't really
just get up and hit record. Now we're doing a breakfast morning radio show. Traffic's pretty bad in Toll this morning.
London's Hot 106.2.
All seeing Gaz in the morning.
All right, guys, welcome.
We got some nice chill tracks to warm you up before we get over to Dave for the lunchtime news.
We've got a traffic update coming, but here is Despacito by whoever the fuck sings that shit.
It's Beautiful Day by U2. Don't hate us.
Don't hate us. Hate you too.
But yeah, it has been a crazy ride. Like, geez, like
it's been man.
Like fucking even just down to like someone said to me recently. Who the fuck was it? I can't remember. If it was a message or someone actually said to me. They mentioned the Indiana being born episode.
Yeah,
and they were just like it was. Like just like a roller coaster ride, and I don't really remember the episode because I was drunk when we were recording it. Like, because that was the first time I'd had a drink since Indiana was born. I say since she was like a week old.
Yeah.
But when Lizzie was like, "Go record it, Joe. You can go record at Joe's tonight," and I showed, because I was like, we drunk at lunch. I didn't want to sober up and get a headache.
Yeah.
So I just kind of kept drinking. And
I remember you turning up and just being, yes.
Yeah. I got home.
You were like Ben Kingsley in fucking Sexy Beast.
I think I had a beer while I got ready, while I packed the computer up, got to yours as quickly as I fucking could.
Yeah.
And was just like, give me a drink.
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise I'm going to crash. Like, and then we just did like 2 drunk episodes.
I remember when by the time you turned up, I'd started feeling hungover.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, God. And then you turned up just hyped. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm into this.
I got up hyped, got my phone out and was playing those fucking metal covers.
Yeah.
Which I got us to play yesterday because it made me hyped to record as well.
So good.
Gets
that
me
fucking
hyped.
Feel Good one is so good.
I can't even say his name. It's like Leo Morcelli.
I kept reading it as Mariachi.
It's like Leapfrog Studios on YouTube.
Yeah.
he does
So
he
good.
does all the music himself. Some of them are a bit hit and miss, but he's got a huge fucking catalogue of these heavy ass metal covers of just songs you know. But all of that, he actually does acoustic versions of metal songs as well sometimes.
I remember I remember seeing once it was someone doing a cover of Slayer on a ukulele, and I've never been so impressed with something in my life.
I love that shit.
It's so good.
I love that shit. When it's done well.
I'm all right. I can watch that like once, but it's not something I'm going to put on my iPod.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there was.
yeah,
I remember like when people had like Weird Al Yankovic albums. I'm just like, why? That's like you listen to that once. That's enough.
Yeah. It's a novelty moment.
Yeah. Fucking hate Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, I know you do. I didn't even know he was still around making music.
I can't believe like how long he's been doing it.
I know, it's insane, isn't it?
I was watching a fucking film the other day. I think it was like Airplane or something, and he makes a parody. Like he makes a cameo in that. Like,
and he did, what was the film he did like the intro for? Spy Hard. Was that called Spy Hard? With Leslie Nelson.
That's it. No, it was. You know what it was? It was Naked Gun. Naked Gun. He made a cameo appearance.
Yeah, but I remember him doing like an opening theme, almost like a James Bond style opening theme. I swear it's called Spy Hard, and he was like doing the singing. I swear he does a really big note and his head blows up or something.
Yeah,
classic Weird Al.
Fucking Weird Al.
Like, but it's been. So we're getting sidetracked here, but it has been.
It's been a great 3 years.
Great 3 years. And I love...
Think of all the things that we've said, and...
I love how much the show's changed, but also how much it's kind of stayed the same.
Yeah.
Like, the format hasn't changed.
Look at all the problems we've solved in Agony Arts.
Wow.
Look at all the things that we've overheard.
Yeah, the Geezedropping. I still love the idea of one day releasing a Geezedropping book. I just have a feeling it wouldn't be like a bestseller, but it'd be the kind of book you read when you're on the toilet.
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
Just...
The toilet book.
Just one of those toilet books. Just like pages of just Geeze drops. Like, that would be fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. All Seeing Guys presents Geeze drops. We'll probably get done for being gender. Anyone can overhear. You can't call it Geeze drops. It's because it just sounds better than gender drops.
Gender drops.
Yeah, gender drops sounds like...
It sounds like Eves, all right? We're a couple of geezers and we drop into conversations.
And while we're on the subject, it's something we don't really plug on the show because we just keep forgetting. But if you get on our Facebook, we'll give the page a like. Send us Geeze drops. Fucking, we are always sharing stuff on the Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't send them. Don't post the Geeze drops publicly because then everyone will see them and they won't give a shit.
DM us, babe. DM us.
Slide head first into our DMs.
Yeah, slide into our Dr. Martins, and
By the way, I had a Muttley laugh there.
honestly, there's always something going on the Facebook page. There's always stuff being shared. There's always funny stories.
Yeah.
People who love getting involved. So join them. Also, I'm going to plug something else. I made another Facebook page a couple of weeks ago.
Fucking right, you did.
There's been conversations, and it's no. If you see me on Facebook, it's no. I don't think I have to talk about it too much on the show. I definitely have. I don't really like sloths.
No, you do not.
It's been an ongoing thing that I've just not really. I've been a bit wary of. I find them a bit terrifying. And once this piece of information got revealed about me, I get tagged in a lot of sloth images. Mm-hmm. And sloths, for some reason, are suddenly really popular in pop culture. I don't know why. Why? Now there are notebooks, T-shirts, pens, mugs, everywhere. There's fucking sloths everywhere now. So I get tagged in a lot of stuff.
I think people think they're cuter than they actually are.
Yeah, they're not. And have you seen those fucking horrible fucking suits?
Yeah.
My God.
There's like 4 pictures. There's one of him on a tricycle, which is just weird.
Yeah.
And then there's one of him just sat on the steps, and he's just got like his arms just like is.
There's one
arms
sat in
are
a
on his knees.
warehouse
They're
with like
just
a naked
ugh.
doll line behind it. It's like a serial killer
So
sloth.
fucking horrible.
It's like a serial killer sloth.
But it's too legit, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
got
it's
the claws
horrible.
and
Yeah,
everything. Like,
so because I've got a bit of thing of sloths, I get tagged in a lot of sloth imagery. And things bought for me, especially by Alicia and Harry from the server group. They're always there was a Facebook message group just of them two, and they would just bombard me.
yeah.
Stuff. And they joked ages ago I should make a Facebook page about how much I hate sloths, and I was like, no, it's too much.
Who's going to care about that?
Too much work. But I kept thinking about it, and over time I've just been making these little bits of like content to put in there. Or over time I've seen something sloth related that was actually quite interesting, or like that's an interesting fact. I've saved the link. So
what's the name of your page?
So
Greg?
I've made the Facebook page. Sloths are terrifying.
Excellent. You can find that on Facebook.
You can find that on Facebook. Give it a like.
If you particularly share Greg's fear of sloths, or you find them terrifying, you can join that page. Or if you just want to Just go and have a
Have
look.
fun.
Have some fun.
Have fun.
It's a safe place.
Obviously, I do cross-promote it if all seeing guys because, that's what I do.
Holla.
But get on there and have a bit of fun. I don't know. We'll see if anyone actually gives a shit. I just feel sloths are quite popular. Maybe someone's going to be like, Paige, sloths are terrifying for a change. Awesome.
In regards to our fears, I was after we stopped recording last night, we sat down and watched Harry Enfield and Chums.
did, yes.
And it was the second season where he brought in characters like
Oh,
Kevin and Perry and
I mean, they were in the first series too.
oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Oh yes,
The first season,
second season, he loses
the first
his virginity,
season
didn't he?
starts with him being really excited as a kid on his birthday, but I hope I get married, can't
Yeah.
and then it hits midnight and he turns into a teenager, and then he opens America, I hate this.
But I remembered we were sat there, and it wasn't like I wasn't doing it. Just I physically couldn't watch it, and it is the scene where it's them as Lulu and Harry, the children. It's Harry Enfield and Kathy Burke pretending to be a brother and sister that are like babies,
Right, yeah.
and that I genuinely can't deal with seeing that shit because and you know what? In that it's even worse because I got a glimpse of it the other night, and they're all like the makeup for it. They're all like rosy cheeked and made to look like children, and it's fucking awful. I hate adults.
Yeah, I could see you trying.
Like,
I could see.
I was
using your
slouching
foot.
and using my
I
fucking
could
leg
see
and
you
knee
using your
to
foot
try
hide
and not see it.
And what's really weird about that one is they actually do it quite well.
Yeah,
like they both, especially Kathy Burke. Her face and stuff. She actually acts like a toddler quite well, or a baby. Like they're actually quite good at it, which makes it even weirder. Like how good they are at it.
I think it's that particular sketch as well is like it gets dark at some point.
Oh yeah,
Like one where he locks her in a box.
Yeah.
And he's just sat on it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, Harry really fucks around with Lulu. Should we go into an agony aunt?
yeah, go on then.
Should we do some agony aunts?
That's been a fun little reminisce. Hasn't it?
Yeah. So
It feels like we haven't really talked about it.
No, we haven't. But I say things change, but things also stay the same. So agony aunts. You didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to you talk to me. I don't want your advice. I just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we will not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
Dear Greg and Joe,
Hello.
over the last few weeks, I have started sleeping with my housemate.
Ooh.
Which, according to Google, is a big no-no.
Google.
The sex is amazing and the best I've ever had, and they have said the same.
What, they had sex with her? Oh, I mean Google had sex with her.
Google said they
Google thinks she's
they
great
loved
in
it.
bed.
I'm worried at some stage it's going to go tits up and we're going to hate each other. As we're in the middle of a housing crisis, I would hate for things to get so bad that either of us had to move out. What is the best way to prepare for the worst, but also keep enjoying for what it is? Or should I just listen to Google and stop it immediately?
I don't see why Google's like a big part of this story.
I feel like
never heard
they've
this in an
decided
agony
that
aunt.
Google is some sort of like.
I mean, is this like the next?
agony aunt.
Is this the next stage of Google? You've asked Google and they've been like, "Nah," but you want a second opinion.
Yeah.
So you're writing into an agony aunt.
Yeah.
Google will say it's a bad idea, but I trust your opinion more.
Yeah.
Which maybe it's good to get a human perspective. But it's just weird that Google's been thrown into this quite a lot. If I don't know.
That's I mean, it depends on the situation, isn't it? Like
Sometimes,
I mean, it's not. I think the fact that they're living together and the only thing they're doing is sleeping with each other is a bit odd.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I think if two couples, if a male and a female or anyone live together and they're both single, sometimes it inevitably does happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's also that I don't want to, but the fact I shouldn't makes me want to.
Yeah.
But it depends what you both want out of it. There's not enough information there to make a clear response. Like,
Nah.
do
But
you like
also,
her?
like-
There's no point there mentioning that.
But also that's kind of sort of awkward. Like, what if you start like dating?
I mean,
you're already living together.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Like, there's no away time. You know everyone's like, they're like,
Yeah.
the ins and outs.
Well,
of,
that
like,
was a
their
nice date. Let's sit down now and watch EastEnders.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's go to our separate bedrooms.
yeah. Good night.
Whose bedroom do you sleep in?
Yes, good night. See you later. But it happens, and like,
If they start sleeping together and it turns into a relationship, there's no point in them having a 2-bedroom flat.
and it's hard to then stop once you started
Yeah.
because inevitably you now cross that line.
You've crossed that line.
if
There's
you're
no
not going to
back.
continue, one of you is going to start sleeping with someone else, probably in the flat 'cause it's their
Yeah,
home.
what the fuck? Like, that's...
And I don't want to be that guy, oh, by the way, this is my housemate, John. Okay, cool. Oh, we had sex a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
And they're in the same house as you.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hi, John. I hear you've been banging the
Because
girl.
then
I've
you're just gonna assume that they're still fucking when you're not there.
Yeah, exactly. I hear you've been banging Claire, who I've just started seeing. This is exciting news, isn't it? What a nice little situation I've walked into. Because that's what it'll be as an outsider going in.
Absolutely.
It's just a situation that you don't really want to be
It's like,
part of.
this is my flatmate. Okay.
That's what
We've
you'd
had
rather.
sex.
Because you're gonna eventually ask if you're not told.
Yeah.
That is the question. Have you two ever banged? Yeah. Oh. Just literally like why we started seeing each
whilst
other.
living together?
Oh.
Yeah. Go on,
Sorry,
son.
I
Go on,
can
son.
feel that sneeze creeping up.
I think it's yeah.
Oh, bless me, that was embarrassing.
I think the advice given to them is I like this as a good opening line. A good rule of thumb in life is don't shit where you eat. Fucking right.
I mean, that is a good rule of thumb. I wouldn't want to shit on a plate if I'm going to have dinner off it later on.
I like this as well. She's also put here. You've crossed the Rubicon here. Apparently, a carton of juice was involved at some
but
point.
say, there used to be a bar in Surbiton called that as well.
The banging has been done, so you need to deal with it like grown-ups, one way or another. Well, that's terrible advice.
Who is this? Is Danny Dyer giving
Terrible,
advice?
terrible advice.
Danny Dyer giving advice? I mean, that's what we're meant to be doing. Giving
Be
terrible advice.
grown-ups.
I mean, I'd say you kind of have crossed the line, so you kind of like you've done it. It's damage is done.
Yeah, absolutely.
The damage is done. I'm afraid, mate.
You've been physical with each other.
I apologise for the sneezing. I'm obviously getting a bit of morning hay fever
There's no cats around here.
creeping up my nose. A bit of morning hay fever creeping into me.
Yeah.
Strange enough, I don't want to rock the boat. I've not had a weird allergic reaction recently going to my parents.
Really?
Because of the cat and the dog, not because of my parents.
Yeah. I'm allergic to my parents.
I used to have a bad reaction to the cat, but I've not had one for a while.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, man. On that quick note, talking about cats, a quick side story. There's a cat near us. We call him Wonky Eye Cat.
Yeah.
Because one eye's wonky. Really nice cat, really fucking friendly cat. You would love this cat, man. Always comes out when he sees me and Lizzie walking past. There's a road away from us. Follows us for a little while. Recently, this cat has been appearing in our driveway, like loads.
Oh, really?
Like, never is. Sat out. We hear him at night meowing outside.
Yeah.
Sat in Lizzie's dad's car in the driveway. I walk up the house the other day to meet Lizzie from the bus stop. Cat followed me all the way down to meet Lizzie.
Wow.
Like, tried to get in the house. We'd
No,
stop.
no way.
Because Fozzie was there. No, you can't come in. Lizzie's like, I'm desperate to feed it. We're not sure. I spoke to the neighbour. I've never spoke to neighbours.
Yeah.
But I saw her stroking the cat, and I was like, "Oh, she called him. What she called him? She called him like little tiger. She called him tiger, and I was like, "Oh, that's better than we call him. We call him Wonky Cat, Wonky Eye Cat." And she's like, "Yes, he has got a funny eye." She's like, "I think a young couple it's a young couple's cat, but I've not seen them for a while. I'm not sure if they've gone.
No.
So I'm not sure what the story is. But I mean, Lizzie's desperate to make this cat
Yeah, of course.
ours." I don't think our parents are too keen on the cat being ours. But Lizzie's always like, I want to feed it. I'm like, if you feed this cat, Lizzie, in the driveway, that is it. Like,
Yeah.
the cat's here.
He's coming back.
Cat's here. But I have an allergic reaction to that cat, and I stroke Wonky Eye Cat all the time.
Wow.
I think
Maybe
destiny.
it's certain cats.
Makes me want a cat.
Does it make you want a cat?
Yeah.
I'd love a cat.
Yeah, makes me
I
want a cat.
fucking love a cat.
Makes me want a cat.
I miss Chaplin.
Oh, of course, the cat next
The
door
cat
in your
next
old
door.
place.
But I think they moved before I moved out, and then we just stopped seeing Chaplin. We were all a bit sad.
Yeah.
Because we used to love. I used to
Get Chaplin all the way into the living room, didn't you?
get I'd come home from work, and he'd just come like bawling out of somewhere, and it'd be
Yeah.
like Chaplin, and then like he's all over your feet.
My
and it's-
parents.
Oh, the
my,
love.
My parents' house. So there's our cat called Cat, and then there's a couple other cats. There's one called Garfield and one called Chocolate.
I remember
they
being
just
when we
appear.
were at your mum and dad's for recording.
Yeah, yeah.
When we did like the bulk recording,
yeah.
and there was a fuckload of cats everywhere.
Yeah. So we only have one
and
cat.
you were just like, that's Chocolate.
Yeah. But like, Mum would literally be in the kitchen, and Chocolate would walk downstairs. Like all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's this Mum would go upstairs and Chocolate sleep at the top of the stairs. like just wandering in and out of
kinda
our
like
house.
that.
Yeah, no, they're more than welcome from the sounds of it. Like just walk in and take a seat.
Yeah.
You can always tell, like, Nando, the dog, will be acting a bit coy. What's wrong, Nando? Go in the kitchen, there's chocolate in there. It's like, oh, I see.
I see.
You're just like, you give it all mouth, but then when a cat comes in, you're just like, oh, God.
Yeah. I've seen it because you've put up photos and stuff like that. Your dog Nando.
Yeah.
When you go over with Indy.
Oh yeah, she loves him.
Yeah.
She loves him.
But it's like I remember like you sort of saying like that sort of stands over them, just like, oh, you're great.
Yeah, yeah.
Indiana just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, now
like,
she does.
Oh, really?
Now,
That's cool.
now she pays him a lot of attention. Like she'll laugh her head off at him. She strokes him. She likes the cat. I've got a funny video on my phone of her with my mum stroking the cat, but she gets a bit aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's laughing her head off, and she does it, and cat swipes, not to like hurt her, but she like swipes.
Just like, stop that.
The cat swiped and like clipped Indiana's hand, and we all like, but Indiana just like pissed herself laughing. Like, and we went to see my mate Lee the other day and his mum, and their cat walked in. And I was like, Indiana, if this cat comes over, be gentle. And Lisa's mum was like, oh, she won't come near. But she did. She went up to Indiana.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Indiana was like, bang, bang, bang. The cat's gone.
Just judo chop.
Like, but no, Indiana's fully aware of cats and dogs now.
Oh, that's good stuff.
She fucking laughs her head off at Nando, especially if you play catch with him, which is good. I don't want her to be scared of cats and dogs. I want her to be fucking used to seeing them around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe this agony, maybe some. I suggest they get a cat as a distraction.
I think they should probably have a very frank discussion.
They should get a cat and call it Frank.
That'd be great. I'm up for that. I'm up for them doing that.
I saw a headline recently. A guy accidentally sent his girlfriend a video of him having sex with a dog.
Who was he sending that to?
I don't think he was sending it to anyone. He just somehow made an error, a big fucking error. She called the police on him.
Jesus.
Like, he's fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A dog.
I don't know why. I don't know why he fucked his dog. He said something about why he just wondered what it would be like to fuck a dog. So he did. And for some reason, like an idiot, like everyone nowadays, filmed him doing it, which results in somebody's never be seeing it.
You know what's a weird thought that I had? Was I can grasp the idea of an animal fucking a human, but I can't grasp the idea of a human fucking an animal.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
There's a weird thought.
So why are you doing that?
There's a weird
I mean,
thought.
it's all weird.
Yeah.
It's all fucking weird.
Yeah. I don't see why you would do it. Like, well, people have different preferences. It's like people get caught fucking sheep.
I think there was like
that guy got done, didn't he? Fisting a cow, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
I think there was
His
some
arm
girl.
gets stuck in
There
it.
was some girl in America who like vlogged about fucking her dogs,
Of course.
and it's just like,
What else would you vlog about?
fucking serious? I don't know.
What else would you vlog about? But I reckon this couple should get who aren't a couple, who had these housemates. They should get a cat as a distraction,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think,
have sex in front of the cat.
I mean, they say it's all great and everything, but it's gonna get bad. Like,
It sounds like it is.
yeah, it's gonna go one of two ways.
He's asked Google already.
It's gonna go one of two ways, and probably both ways are gonna end up shit.
Yeah.
I reckon they should probably
Start thinking about getting involved in this housing crisis you mentioned.
yeah, maybe
Start looking
you
for
should
somewhere to
start
live.
saving for a mortgage.
Yeah.
How's that?
Or start looking at bigger flats because it looks like if you're going to keep doing this, or go into one room and get the nursery ready for the other one. If that's the way you guys are going.
Like, that's the other thing. Like, if they're gonna continue doing this, get a smaller flat.
Yeah.
Get a 1-bedroom flat.
Nah, I'd say a line has been crossed and there's not much being rectified. I can give you all the advice in the world saying don't do it, don't have sex anymore. But when you're told not to do it, that makes you want to do it way more.
Absolutely.
So maybe we do the opposite. Keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep
You'll get bored
swimming.
of each other.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll both be like, oh, you're suffocating me. Fuck you.
And it's just like, well, I'm sorry. We live together.
Yeah. Oh, I see you in the bathroom again.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done a shit and it stinks. Great.
Yeah.
I don't want to have sex with you right now.
Good.
Excellent.
So yeah, I
That's
just
my
fuck it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I'd say keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep doing.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Line's been crossed. Damage is done. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me or don't ask Google. Or maybe keep checking in with Google. Maybe Google will change its mind. When he
Google
says
has
Google,
changed
they
its
mean they just went on the internet. Like, it wasn't specifically Google said it.
I
to
think he probably typed in.
Just what that
I'm
exact agony aunt we just read out is what he typed into Google.
I'm under the assumption at some point he's gone onto Google and he's just said, "Should I sleep with my housemate?" And Google was just like,
Didn't even answer.
No.
Just shook its head.
"Yeah." I was when we were in the pub the other day and we were chatting to that girl Claire.
Yes.
After you left, we got into the conversation of something that I remember from the internet, which is something called Cleverbot,
Right.
and it was a website you literally go onto, and you have a conversation with a robot, or like, and it will generate it would generate answers to the questions. I asked if the Earth was flat. It said no. I'm assuming that to be proof.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to really wrap this up because I'm literally about to shit my pants as well.
Cool. All right.
But it was. So that's good fun and completely irrelevant to anything that has involved in this discussion. So I'm gonna stop saying there. But Cleverbot exists and it's still out there. Go and have some fun with Cleverbot.
Joe's gonna have a shit. So thanks for listening, guys. That has been episode 80.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with another episode in the future, i.e. in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks for listening. I've been Greg, no allergies to Cats Armstrong.
And I've been Joe, Google says no Jackson.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.